Back to our headline. Our truck drivers have gathered in City Deep in Johannesburg as part of a nationwide strike by some drivers. Now, they accuse trucking companies of overlooking locals, choosing rather instead to hire foreign nationals. ENCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu joins us live now with more. Manqoba, a very good morning to you. Now, of course, it is our headline. It's the top of, trending, hashtags even on social media. What are some of those concerns coming from some of South Africa's truck drivers?
Well, Tumelo, certainly this is a long-standing issue that some of these South African truck drivers have been raising. You recall that as early as 2018, we saw some of them taking to the streets, blocking the streets in KwaZulu-Natal. And, of course, we did see some trucks being burnt in KwaZulu-Natal. And the Minister of Police as well as the Minister of Labour meeting last year in June to try and find a resolution to this impasse. But seemingly that has not happened, according to these truck drivers who have gathered here this morning at City Deep. They're saying that the truck companies continue to hire foreign nationals at the expense of South Africans, saying that about 90% of those truck drivers that are currently employed here in South Africa are foreign nationals. So they're calling on government to intervene in this particular matter, saying that they want South Africans to be given first preference when it comes to employment opportunities in the trucking industry. But also they're saying that they want those who are unemployed, they've given a figure of about 500 of them in the Eastern Cape, who they say are qualified truck drivers, to be hired instead of foreign nationals. But also further than that, what they are saying is that the employment of foreign nationals here in the country is against the Employment Services Act. They're also saying that this is also against the Immigrations Act, insofar as the hiring of them, saying that these foreign nationals that are hired are not essential skills and therefore they should not be hired. It's illegal to hire them. So these truck companies are actually committing an illegal act by hiring these foreign nationals. So I want to try and speak to them. We've not been able successfully to speak to some of them. And let me try and see if we can speak to you, Baba, perhaps just on some of your concerns that you're raising this morning and why it is that you've come here today as part of this national shutdown. So what is it that you want to say, Baba?
The reason why we're here, we are frustrated because we try to raise concerns since Joburg until now. And the thing is, what we see here, we hand over several memorandums to the city of Johannesburg, to the city of Ekurhuleni, because of our concern as these people don't have proper papers. There are people who are doing housebreaking, taking our staffs or flashing our laptops out of the country because there's no proper border controls. But wherever we can go, the executive mayor of Johannesburg and the former mayor Mondling Gubela, he knows, the former mayor of Johannesburg City, Parktown, are aware of this issue. So we see the government, we're fighting a useless battle because the government is working hand in hand with these people. Even now, we know even we don't comply with the Section 27 regulations because we're supposed to have 2 meters here. But when you go to the city of Johannesburg now, you can see it's full. The foreign nationals there, they do the way they want. And I mean, it was a duty of the law enforcement to protect the country, to protect the citizens, but they are just doing the opposite. And that's what I'm saying now. I know the intention of the law enforcement here today was not here to come and listen to us, but the intention was they want us to be violent, to come and despise us and to charge us for public violence, because whatever they are doing it with intentions. But now we had enough now. The only thing what we want is because our economy now is going down and our government don't have any intention to save the economy. So what we want from our side now, we want whoever doesn't belong here, who don't have proper papers, undocumented citizens, to go back where they're coming from, to go and work on their economy, because now they can't tell us they're here for a living while they have their own economy. We have our own crises. And after.
So are you saying that those who have permits can still continue to work? Is that what you're saying?
Those who have permits, according to me personal, they can stay because of if the papers are proper, because they even have fraud papers. But we are fighting with people who have not proper papers, undocumented, because they're the majority. They're dominating. If you go to Al Road, if you go to Isando, if you go to Angas, wherever we have industrial areas, they are dominating. Security, I renew my SIRA every year. I renew my PDP every year. I renew my license every second year. They don't renew. We just catch one yesterday. I can even show you the license there in my car. the license state is 1940, but you can see the boy is 20 years old.
Okay, thank you. Let me just hold it there for time purposes. I think we get your message that you're saying that not everybody should actually be sent home, but only those with permits. They're saying that this driver we spoke to saying that they are willing to allow those with permits to continue operating or driving these trucks. But just to wrap up, Tulas, we have spoken to the Union Satau, and the Union Satau indicating to us, Tumelo, that in fact its members are not part of the strike. It says that it will not be partaking in this as a part of the bargaining council, but it's called on its members also not to be part of this protest. It, however, says it is sympathetic to the cause of these drivers because this is a long-standing issue that has been raised. And we also understand that, Tumelo, that a meeting is currently underway now as we speak, a virtual meeting taking place between the Labour Minister as well as the police and the trucking unions as well. And also included in that meeting is the bargaining council of the Road Freight Association. So that meeting is underway to try and find a resolution to this strike, and they did say that they will issue a joint statement when that meeting concludes.
All right, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much for that update. That was ENCA's Manqoba Mkhulu.